I mean, you've got to go right back to when it started, right? And look at what predates, like the D3Os of the world, before soft, flexible protection became a thing. So it was just a hard shell solution, right? It was stick a hard shell in there, whether that was, like some of the early Dainese stuff with, titanium plates, whatever it was, backed with a little bit of comfort foam, whatever it might be. That was a real, that's really kind of where it started from. And so then what happened was you had this sort of evolution of the market as technologies like D3O and SASTEC kind of came into the space and started promoting and explaining and educating consumers that soft can be protective as well. But in order to do that, it needed to be soft, it needed to be cushy and comfortable, but fundamentally those materials are in the right temperature range. But as soon as you go outside of that, especially if you're like in most of Northern Europe, most of the year the temperatures are not warm enough for those kind of foams to actually be super comfortable in use. So a lot of those materials would actually stiffen up in the cold. They'll get sometimes too soft in the heat as well, which allows their performance to drop off in both scenarios. And quite often we also see that a lot of the foam products will get quite brittle in the cold as well. And then you start seeing damages, returns, stuff getting broken in shipment as well. A lot of warranty replacements. So it's quite a wasteful material choice. So for us it was about striking that balance. We want these to be super comfortable. Part of that comes from having a material that's more advanced, which means we can go thinner, we can go, take more material out, have more flex features built into it anyway. But beyond that, having that, the material technology that will really sort of react to how you're using it when you need it, and what you're doing in each different environment. The general feedback we get is that you barely notice that it's there, which, is great. That's exactly what we wanted to achieve. There's tons of stuff out there. It's like, we talk about this all the time. The protective side of the business, you can make the most protective product in the world, but if it's too bulky and too thick and too clunky and it inhibits you from doing whatever pursuit you're looking to do, then you're not going to wear it and it's not going to protect you at all. I mean, one of the early examples was when we launched the Ion Archon knee protectors, and you had guys who don't pedal up the mountain with their knee pads on. They usually have them hanging down by their ankles, and then they pull them up as they're about to go downhill. And we had people going out and test riding all day and saying they never even took the knee pads off. It was that comfortable. It was barely there. The ventilation, they weren't getting sweaty behind the products as well. So that's been incredible to get that feedback. So it's something important to us to try and maintain that as we, push forward into different markets, as we develop, next generations of our products and our geometries as well. That's going to be an important factor for us.